Welcome to the Course in Happiness. I'm Alan Gordon, author and creator of the Cycle of Mind system of mental training. I know what you're thinking. This is supposed to be a course on happiness, right? And the first thing you see is me. And I'm probably not what you pictured when you thought about happiness. I completely understand. But let me assure you, if you can master the ideas and the mental training exercises that I'm going to share with you in this course, you will be happier immediately. I'm not talking about being bubbly and laughing and joking all the time. That's a personality type. And that's not always a sign of happiness. Happiness is an inner sense. It's a deep, abiding satisfaction with how you feel about your life. Happiness is like gold on the inside. It's really a treasure to be happy. If I were to ask you today, before going through any mental training, to think about your happiness, you'd get a general sense of your level of happiness. You're happy about some things in your life. You're unhappy about other things. So the real value that this course in happiness brings to you is that we're going to turn that general feeling of happiness and we're going to channel the idea of happiness into very specific thought patterns. Now, to make happiness a more specific thought pattern, I break happiness down into 6 elements in this course. Here are the 6 elements of happiness that we'll be talking about. Number 1, health. Number 2, meaningful relationships. Number 3, self-awareness. Number 4, inner peace. Number 5, purpose and motivation. Number 6, abundance. Now, we're going to talk about each of these in much more detail as we progress through the course, but each element is going to take on a very specific meaning for you. And at the end of the course, when I ask you to think about happiness, it's going to trigger much more specific thoughts and images. And by creating specific thought patterns and images, it allows us to command a feeling of happiness with the snap of a finger. Every year for the last 9 years, the Harris Foundation has conducted a happiness poll. Now, the results are incredibly consistent. Every year, about 1/3 of Americans say that they're very happy with their lives. Well, what that means to me is that 2 out of every 3 Americans are unhappy. Now, if 2/3 of the population had some kind of a disease, there would be billions of dollars of research to cure the disease. But unhappiness is invisible. But it limits our life just as much as any chronic illness would limit our life. What we've done is we've normalized unhappiness in our society. We've accepted this state of mind as that's just the way it is. We've resigned ourselves to living our lives at a lower level as opposed to being fully happy. We feel like it's okay to be unhappy, but it's not. See, unlike any disease of the body, unhappiness is a disease of the mind, and it can be cured by simply changing your thoughts. And that's where mental training comes into the picture. In this course, we will focus our mental training on thoughts of happiness. Now, since I opened the Cycle of Mind website, I've been taking my own happiness survey. And here's what people tell me is causing their unhappiness. Maybe you recognize a few of these symptoms in your own life. I feel like my life has way too much stress and I'm under way too much pressure. I'm constantly worried about money. I have low self-esteem, so I constantly doubt myself. I have a recurring worry about my future situation. Am I going to be okay? I feel like my health and my level of fitness could be a lot better. My relationships are shallow. They lack depth and meaning. There's way too much drama and emotion in my life. I have a sense of frustration that no matter how hard I try, it never yields success. I feel like I'm behind my peers in my career and my accomplishments are never recognized or appreciated. I feel like I'm drifting through my life year after year, and all the great things that I imagined for myself when I was younger are always just out of reach. We live in a crazy, chaotic world of politics. And I've even had people mention global warming as a source of worry and despair in their lives. Now, these answers are the same regardless of country, race, education, or economic status. The answers are always the same. Everyone feels these things. This is the human condition. And you're not alone. We all feel these pressures. I feel the same pressures as you do. They're real. They're part of life. One by one, we can heal the conditions that are causing our unhappiness, but the first step in the healing must be to understand the source of our unhappiness. So in the next video, I'm going to tell you the one big thing that keeps us unhappy, but no one's ever explained it to us before. Here are the key points we covered in this video. Happiness is not about personality. It is a deep, abiding satisfaction with the way you feel about your life. We have normalized unhappiness in our society. 2/3 of us say that we're unhappy. The reasons for our unhappiness are universal. The 6 elements of happiness that we're going to discuss in this course are health, meaningful relationships, self-awareness, inner peace, purpose and motivation, and abundance. Mental training will allow you to stop your mind from racing and learn to control your thoughts, in this case, focusing them on happiness or anything else you want to increase in your life. I'll see you at the next video where we're going to talk about that one cause of all unhappiness. I'll see you there.